Part 2, Adding Shelf and Dynamic LED Lights to DIY Rack for Eurorack. Couple of months ago I published a video about self-made rack for 2 or 3 Behringer Eurorack Go cases. It was a prototype I designed and made quite quickly. And the design seemed to work right away. It has several advantages. You can use it with only 2 Eurorack Go cases, leave the front space for keyboard. Or you can add the Go case in front of the rack. It is quite easy to disassemble, and then assemble again, which is great if you do not have permanent studio space available. After publishing that video I had couple of extra ideas to make this rack better, and more visually appealing. Chapter 1 Storage Shelves. Upmost place for a Go case is quite high, and unfortunately, the connection cord between power adapter and the plug is quite short. If you put the plug into the socket, the PSU will hang in air. Fortunately, the cord from adapter to wall socket is long. I made a little shelf inside the case where I can put both power adapters. If you feel like it, you can add more shelves or some storage boxes inside. There you can store cables and other equipment when not using them. This saves studio space. Chapter 2 Dynamic LED Lights. Sometimes it would be nice to have ambient lighting that changes rhythmically. You may not be aware that it is quite easy to integrate LED lights or other visuals to your modular Eurorack synth. It doesn't even cost much. I will now show 2 modules designed for Eurorack to add and control LED lights dynamically. Doepfer A-197-3 RGB LED controller and SOMA Illuminator. Chapter 3 Doepfer A-197-3. The Doepfer A-197-3 is a compact 4 HP Eurorack module RGB LED strips, adding dynamic visual feedback to your modular setup. It offers manual brightness control for red, green, and blue channels via trim pots. CV inputs with attenuators for each color, enabling modulation from envelopes, LFOs, sequencers, or random sources. Normalized CV routing, simplifying patching when fewer sources are available. Control LEDs for each channel, which are for rough feedback only. They are not color accurate. Trim pots for offset calibration, allowing adaptation to different LED strip types. Ideal for live performance rigs or ambient setups. It transforms your case into a reactive light show, while not audio reactive in the spectral sense. It excels at translating CV motion into vivid illumination. Just ensure your power supply can manage the load, especially with longer strips. Remember that this module uses red, green, blue strips, depending on how you set offsets and what CV you plug into separate red, green and blue inputs. You will get all RGB shades. This is extremely useful for slowly changing ambient lighting and quick flashes of separate colors. Just remember that LED strips draw lots of current. If you use internal current, this module draws 800 mA. One section in Eurorack Go case provides 1000 mA. There are 3 sections for total 3000 mA. This means that you would have only 200 mA for other modules in that section. Fortunately, you can power those LEDs with external power of 12 volts. There is a jumper in the back of module to switch the power source. I recommend using external power, it makes it easier to use. Chapter 4 SOMA Illuminator. SOMA Illuminator is an 8-channel CV to DC converter designed to drive LEDs, LED strips, and other 12-volt DC loads from modular control voltage, making it easy to synchronize lighting or small electromechanical devices with a Eurorack system. However, it is not an Eurorack module, so you cannot install it in your Eurorack case. On the other hand, it is a viable choice for other use cases too. Illuminator has 8 identical channels with individual CV inputs and adjustable sensitivity trimmers for per-channel brightness and response tuning. It accepts a wide CV range and can be patched with 3.5mm jacks or pin/alligator connections used by SOMA gear. It has 12-volt outputs rated 0.5A per channel with higher short peaks, and a shared maximum for the unit. It ships as a desktop unit with included LED strips, PSU, and cables, retailer bundles. The module reliably turns CV motion into linear lighting control, rather than trying to analyze audio in the frequency domain. It is excellent for rhythmic, generative, and performance patches, where you want lights to follow envelopes, LFOs, sequencers, or random voltages without extra conversion steps. The Illuminator is a compact desktop box, not a small Eurorack module, with straightforward physical outputs and clear trimmers for calibration. Out-of-the-box sensitivity defaults are tuned for typical modular voltages, letting you get usable results quickly, while retaining fine control via the trimmers. Simple and reliable CV to light conversion, wide CV input compatibility, per-channel sensitivity, includes practical accessories in retail packages, making it plug and play for live rigs. Desktop form factor is less integrated than a Eurorack 1U/HP module, for those who prefer everything inside the case. Per-channel current limits mean very long or power-hungry LED runs. Need an external driver or distribution strategy. Chapter 5 What next? I have an idea to add one Eurorack Go case above the top one, total of 4 cases. I know how I could do it, but right now I do not have time for it. We will see. Anyway, this works quite well as a very big Eurorack. It does not cost as much as those ready-made large cases, and you can easily store it or transport when necessary. Another idea is to make a DIY dust cover for whole rack, using PVC for it. You can buy PVC sheets, cut them to the form, and tape them together. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.